Ladies and gentlemen, the Hart Ceremonial Brass Quintet with a fanfare and processional. Our processional marshal, Lisa Zawolinsky, is processing down the center aisle with the University Mace. Now let us welcome the class of 2017 graduates at today's graduate commencement ceremony. Processing down aisle number 2, graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences. Processing down aisle number 3, graduates from the Barney School of Business. Let us welcome down aisle number 4, graduates of the College of Education, Nursing, and Health Professions. First down aisle number 5, processing graduates of the College of Engineering, Technology, and Architecture. And following down aisle number 5 will be graduates from the Hart School.
Good morning. As University Marshal, I have the privilege of convening this graduate commencement ceremony of the University of Hartford in its 140th year as an educational institution and its 60th year as a university. We welcome all of you today, most particularly the candidates for degrees in whose honor we are gathered. The invocation will be given by the Reverend Gary Knighton. After the invocation, please remain standing and join the Hart School student Mung Chia Shea in the singing of the national anthem of the United States and the university alma mater that can be found on page 2 in your program.
Let us pray. O sovereign Lord, creator of the heavens and the earth, giver and sustainer of life, we thank you for this wonderful day that you have made. This morning, before we do anything further, we want to acknowledge your presence and ask you to be a part of and command your blessing on these commencement exercises of the University of Hartford. It is in you that we live, move, and have our being. And for this, our hearts are filled with humility and gratitude. On behalf of all gathered here, Lord, I ask that your continued blessing be on our graduates as their degrees are conferred upon them today. Grant them in the days, months, and years ahead the grace to make a difference in the world for good, no matter where life may lead them. Help them to always remember your children, the poor and voiceless especially, as they make decisions that will change the landscape of our country in the near and distant future. Lord, I ask that your continued blessings be on the faculty and staff that have poured out themselves into these graduates before us. Continue to fill them with your wisdom and knowledge as they continue to prepare and inspire our future leaders. Lord, I ask that your continued blessings be on the family and friends here today who have supported these graduates and helped create the atmosphere they needed for success. Lord, I ask this special blessing upon President Harrison and his family as he begins another chapter of life. May you continue to walk with him as you have done so faithfully and evidently these past 19 years. And now, may you be pleased with what is done here this morning. I ask these blessings in Jesus' name. Amen.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Thank you. That was lovely. Please be seated. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to you all. I am Lucille Nickerson, and I am Chair of the Board of Regents of the University of Hartford. The Board of Regents is the governing board of the university with responsibility for guiding its educational mission and overseeing its operations. Some of my Regent colleagues are seated behind me on the dais today, and they join me in the celebration of your accomplishments. But it is my distinct privilege as chair to extend congratulations to you, our degree candidates, on behalf of the full board. Education is the key to lifelong opportunity. Education informs our thinking and provides the foundation for evaluating new situations, for making informed judgments, and for being responsible citizens of this country and the world. You are well-educated individuals, and as such, your opportunities are boundless. Your graduate degrees build on your undergraduate foundation and position you for success in your chosen field. I congratulate you on your academic achievement and look forward to hearing of your future successes. I also congratulate and commend your support team, your family, your faculty, your deans, your friends. They have been here for you, and as you celebrate today, please take a moment and extend your thanks to them for all that they have done. And so, congratulations and best wishes for continued success in your chosen field and beyond. As many of you know, Walter Harrison, the university's 5th and longest-serving president, will be retiring this year on June 30. Walt, as he likes to be known, has led the university for 19 years. His achievements over that period of time are nothing short of extraordinary. He has transformed this university and made it better by every measure and in every dimension. Simply put, Walt is a visionary leader and an exemplary human being, and we are fortunate to have had him with us for almost 2 decades. At tomorrow's undergraduate commencement ceremony, we will be honoring Walt with a special medal, the Walter Harrison Medal for Outstanding Leadership. Today, as I invite Walt to the podium, I hope you will join me in thanking him and honoring him with a giant round of applause. President Harrison.
Thank you very much. It's very humbling and very gratified. Welcome to the 2017 graduate commencement and the ceremonies at the University of Hartford. Congratulations to all of you who worked so hard to achieve these advanced degrees. You did it. You earned your degree, and you deserve this celebration. Let's start with a big round of applause for everyone earning a degree today. Although this is a great personal achievement, as Lucille said, you all know that you did not achieve this alone. It takes a village to inspire, support, and challenge a graduate student. This may well have been the most significant academic achievement of your life, but it required the challenge of your faculty, the support of the faculty and staff, and most of all, the love and support of your family, friends, and colleagues. Graduates, I hope you will rise and join me in thanking all of these folks for all they've done to support you through the years. You're going to get your exercise before the day's over. It is a beautiful morning in May of 2017, a great day to celebrate. Most of you know this weekend, as Lucille said, is my last occasion to celebrate these achievements, since I'll retire on June 30th after 19 years as president. I can't think of a finer group of people to celebrate with. Since I'm retiring, I claim the privilege of a moment or two of personal reflection. I earned my bachelor's degree 49 years ago, my master's degree 48 years ago, and my doctorate nearly 40 years ago. So much has changed in both the world and higher education since I entered Trinity College just 4 miles south of here in 1964. Trinity was an all-male college in those days. What in the world was I thinking? And out of 125 faculty, there were exactly 2 women. A group of fellow students and I took over the administration building in the spring of 1968 to protest, among other things, the lack of students of color at the college. Thanks. Out of 1,100 undergraduates at Trinity in 1964, exactly 16 were students of color. We counted them. By contrast, today, 40% of the undergraduates at the University of Hartford are students of color. I say all this because it's tempting for us old folks to reminisce about those days. No cell phones, no internet, gas at 29 cents a gallon. But the truth is, or at least the truth as I see it, is that this is a much better and much more just world today, with all of our troubles and shortcomings, than it was then. And my point is this: most of the progress that has occurred since I first entered higher education nearly a half-century ago has been achieved, or at least has been led by, people who have earned advanced degrees. I am certain that all of the progress that still lies ahead will be led by this same group of people, which after today includes you. So even as I congratulate you for your accomplishments, I challenge you to be leaders of change, leaders of progress, and leaders of more social justice in the world. 50 years from now, I don't think you can even imagine this, 50 years from now, when you are standing up here looking back at today, I hope you'll be able to reflect, just as I have, on the progress that has been made since today. And I know, the human condition being what it is, that there will still be much to change and much for your successors to do. Today, we'll honor 3 leaders in our culture who have succeeded in their fields and made the world a better place. Each of them has been a force for change in their respective fields: healthcare, financial services, and politics and public policy. Each is a role model for you to follow. Each has been a voice for reason and change in a world that frequently resists change. I urge you to follow their example. And all of us here at the university look forward to following your careers. I offer my congratulations and my best wishes for continued success, both personally and professionally, as we all work together to make this world a better place for all of humankind. I now invite Clark Saunders, Associate Dean Associate Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies to the podium to add his charge to the weighty responsibility I just laid upon you. Clark.
Thank you, President Harrison, and good morning, everyone. This is a very special day, and I'm very pleased to be here and to be able to share it with you. This morning, we are awarding the degrees that you have earned, and we are celebrating in your wonderful success. As graduate students, you have provided a sophisticated level of intellectual challenge to our professors. It's something that we all enjoy. You have participated in important research, and in many cases, your scholarly work has pushed the boundaries of knowledge and has added important new information to your field of study. Graduate education in all fields of study, be it the creative arts or in other more academic areas, is best characterized in three ways: learning a discipline at a deep level, learning how to explore and methodically consider the scholarly work of others, and learning methods of systematic inquiry that enable you to contribute new knowledge or innovative practice. For many years, those aims were accomplished solely in face-to-face graduate programs using traditional schedules. Increasingly, however, our graduate programs are being designed to meet the needs of full-time working professionals. Late day and weekend scheduling, online course and program offerings, and limited residency programs are all offered here. Advanced academic and artistic study and the pursuit of scholarship are now accessible in new, inventive, 21st century ways. Similarly, our library, the great repository of information, is adapting and changing into something quite different. This past year, the newly named Harrison University Libraries have undergone wonderful renovation and vital transformation. To make necessary changes, this university, like you in your graduate studies, has had to understand graduate education at a deep level. We've had to methodically consider best practices found in the literature and among our peer institutions. And now we begin to offer new and innovative curricula and effective methods of graduate student engagement. In a larger societal context, the impetus for post-secondary education has also changed dramatically. There was a time when a college degree was something that only some people needed or even wanted. Now it is the norm. Graduate education, too, has become far more common. In addition to serving as an opportunity to feed the intellect, perhaps to move you down the road to the professorate, graduate degrees are increasingly required for success in the professions. In some cases, a graduate degree is needed before you can enter. In others, it is needed before you can advance. Increasingly, being a professional involves the accumulation of knowledge, skills, and attitudes that simply cannot be acquired in a four-year degree. Professionals in business, the arts, education, health professions, engineering, and many others need a robust integration of theory and practice. Professionals need the ability to make decisions based on well-considered evidence in addition to experience in the wisdom of practice. So I hope you feel prepared for the challenges ahead. I hope you got everything you came for here at the University of Hartford and more. You should be very proud of your accomplishments, and I know your family and friends share in that pride. Please know that your faculty, your college dean, the dean of graduate studies, your provost, and university president share in that pride as well. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Clark. And thanks to your accompaniments on both sides of the aisle here. I now call Interim Provost Fred Schweitzer, Regent Curtis Robinson, and Richard J. Gilfillan to come forward.
President, I have the great honor to present Richard J. Gaffilian for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Dr. Richard J. Gaffilian, for more than 30 years, you have been a leader in the healthcare community, building successful organizations in for-profit and not-for-profit sectors to improve patient care. Having earned your undergrad and medical degree at Georgetown University, you began your career as a family physician with your medical experience and MBA from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. You serve in executive roles in the integrative health system, regional and nationally. As the first director of the Federal Center for Medicare and Medicaid Innovation, you launched the center and worked to develop leading-edge models for improving the patient's experience and reducing costs. Today, as President and CEO of Trinity Health, and with the country navigating an increasing complex healthcare landscape, you bring decades of accomplishment and experience in service to the 125,000 employees in 22 states.
Dr. Richard J. Gilfon, for your innovative leadership in the healthcare industry, your untiring advocacy of delivering quality care and value to patients, and your commitment to improving our healthcare system, the University of Hartford is proud to present you with the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. I now call Regent Elsa Chen and Obie McKenzie to come forward.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present Obie McKenzie for the degree of Doctor of Commercial Science. With more than 30 years of experience in asset management, commercial and investment bank, trade finance, corporate treasury, and brokerage, you have become one of the most powerful men in Wall Street. Your career extends across great firms that include Merrill Lynch, UBS, Chase Investors, Citibank, Chemical Bank, Freedom National Bank, and Morgan Stanley. For 6 years, you ran your own firm, McKenzie & Co. As a senior relationship manager at BlackRock, one of the largest publicly traded investment management firms in the country, you are responsible for managing relationships with some of the largest pensions funds in the United States. Your outstanding achievement has been recognized by Black Enterprise, Money Management Intelligence, and the National Association of Security Professionals, among others. Your service has earned you the Wall Street Award for Service to Children for the New York Mission Society. As a founding member of the National Association of Security Professionals, you were honored with the Wall Street Hall of Fame Award. Your service on board extends to New York Theological Seminary, New York State University, Tennessee State University, Trinity Health New England, and the Curtis D. Robinson Center for Health and Equity. With your great work and inspiration to the community, your efforts have led you to work on your own book, Bible Economics, Things I Wish I Had Known.
Obie McKenzie, for your outstanding achievements in the financial investment industry, your inspirational commitment to your community, and your unwavering pursuit of excellence, the University of Hartford is proud to present you with the degree of Doctor of Commercial Science, honoris causa. Congratulations. I now call Regent Paul Sittard and the Honorable Richard E. Neal to come forward.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present the Honorable Richard E. Neal for the degree of Doctor of Laws. United States Representative Richard E. Neal, you have proven to be a champion for the constituencies you serve in Western and Central Massachusetts since you were first elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1988. A native of Springfield, Massachusetts, you began your career in public service in 1973 as an assistant to Springfield Mayor William C. Sullivan. In 1977, the year after receiving your master's degree from the University of Hartford's Barney School of Business, you were elected to the Springfield City Council. You then served as mayor of the city of Springfield from 1984 to 1988, during which time Newsweek magazine highlighted your many accomplishments. As ranking member of the Ways and Means Committee in the House of Representatives, you serve as dean of both the Massachusetts and New England congressional delegations. As an at-large whip for the House Democrats and co-chair of the New England Congressional Caucus, you advocate for the unique regional interests of the 6 New England states.
Richard E. Neal, for your dedicated service to your fellow citizens, your dynamic and determined leadership, and your pragmatic advocacy of New England's economic strength, the University of Hartford is proud to present you with the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So I now present you with your degree and invite you to address the graduates.
First, a word of thanks to Paul Sittard, representative of a great family in Western Massachusetts, and a word of professional and personal thanks to President Harrison for the distinguished service that he has rendered on behalf of the University of Hartford, and to parents, friends, and guests, and of course to the graduates here today in 2017. I'm so honored to speak at the University of Hartford today on this occasion, the 60th anniversary of the university. And for me, this morning, it's a homecoming. Looking around the campus and at the students and the faculty brings back many fond memories of when I studied here for my graduate degree. For my first year, I worked in the mayor of Springfield's office during the day and went to school at night. The second year, I went to school full-time and worked full-time in the mayor's office, and I can say with some great personal satisfaction, from the time that I started, 10 years later, I was the mayor of Springfield. From the time I took an internship in my congressman's office, 16 years later, I was the congressman from Western Massachusetts. And the education that I have received here, in part, has helped me to serve as a lecturer at the University of Massachusetts for the last 18 years and for area colleges during the last 28 years. I want to thank the faculty here today with a special note of gratitude. Your blend of experience and teaching talents help students reach their potential. I've always said, and Paul Motley would have suggested here at the university when I was here, that when one reaches their potential, your potential simply expands. And I call that up today because to the faculty members, far beyond the grade point average, far beyond the dissertation, you do something else that was very important to me. You provide students with confidence. Some of my critics would say you provided me with more confidence than I needed. But since the beginning of this congressional session, the House Ways and Means Committee, of which I am the top Democrat, has been at the heart of almost every major public policy debate about issues that directly impact our nation's economy: healthcare, tax, trade, Medicare, Social Security, pensions, and welfare. My committee colleagues on both sides of the aisle rely on facts to ensure that we take the time to listen to both sides of complicated arguments. And like me, my colleagues think that it is important to speak in complete sentences, finished paragraphs, full thoughts. There is very little substance and thought or analysis that can be accomplished in 140 characters or less. Thanks to the education I received here at the University of Hartford and the support of the great faculty members, it also taught me to think critically and to be prepared for career work, not just on the Ways and Means Committee, but in the Congress of the United States as a whole. As a child who was raised by an aunt and a grandmother on Social Security survivor benefits, the fact that I'm standing here in front of you today, having accomplished these milestones, is due in great part to the education that I received here. As you move forward in your careers or toward your next degree, it's imperative that you keep a critical eye on facts. Because today, more than ever, facts should count and not to be seen as decorations to clever arguments. Unfortunately today, facts are hazy, misinterpreted, or simply non-existent. The 24-hour news cycle creates a constant race to get news out before anybody else does. And often facts are cast aside and infotainment takes over. Entertainment is more and more disguised as news. News should not be simply entertaining, especially in today's political environment. Opinions draw ratings and provide a ripe environment for fake news to thrive. We should not succumb to the thought that all news is simply opinion. Merriam-Webster Dictionary, which is headquartered in Springfield, is today a pivotal part of not just lexicography, but just as importantly, the way we talk to each other. They've become the referee in this new age news cycle, having to point out what words are being used correctly and when simply they are not. Who would have ever thought that bigly would become part of our political vernacular? In fact, this morning, I can report to you, because of good staff work, that the term nut job is up by 173,000%. Fake news is not based on fact. It reflects the only if you agree with me mentality. This is a dangerous precedent. As we saw at Middlebury College and at Berkeley earlier this year, the social media mob can disrupt a campus. It reflects the common misperception that you're entitled to your own set of opinions, but not your own set of facts. The university must remain the citadel of free speech and thought, and the public square must be open to all views and opinions, as unpopular as they may be. A former Clinton official recently said at UC Berkeley that they made a grave mistake when they originally canceled the appearance earlier this year by a conservative commentator. These two people agree on almost nothing, but they both fiercely defend the First Amendment. Why? Because canceling events like this sets the stage for a slippery slope towards dismantling and fracturing our First Amendment. A similar situation happened at Middlebury College recently, where student backlash in response to a conservative speaker sparked violence and other inappropriate behavior. Men and women in masks shouting at each other and threatening each other are inimical to representative democracy. This goes to exactly what I'm talking about. Canceling events lacerate the First Amendment. Many students like free speech, but only if they agree with the issue. When our founding fathers wrote the Constitution, they did not include an asterisk next to the First Amendment that said, quote, "except if I don't agree with you." Students could have had the opportunity to hear a different point of view than their own and use the experience to further develop and challenge their own fact-based analytical thinking. More and more people in America tune into news they agree with. It's called confirmation bias. It does not benefit anyone. Instead, it creates a toxic environment that breeds misinformation, anger, paranoia, and stifles compromise and dialogue. My staff knows, don't even bring it up when I'm requested to appear on a cable show, because the answer is always no. It is guaranteed to be filled with incendiary language. It is more focused on finding conflict than it is on understanding the facts, and in time, it becomes incoherent. Experience informs our judgment. It is critical for students to engage with people with whom they from time to time don't agree. It shapes your experience and then ultimately your judgment. And that's how I inform myself. I read articles and publications that may not agree with my thoughts and opinions because I believe it sharpens my intellectual ability to push back. I talk to those across the aisle, I meet with people and listen to constituents from all walks of life, and I must tell you that I know more at the conclusion than I did when I walked into the room. It's all about broadening your scope. Democracy is supposed to be noisy. Backlash at Berkeley and Middlebury both point to how the First Amendment is put at risk when those who think that free speech is fine and safe until they're offended, and in turn refuse to hear or even allow another opinion to have the opportunity to share their side of the argument. The First Amendment is the cornerstone of our constitutional system, and the First Amendment always guarantees a second opinion. How did we get here? Well, one reason is the passage of time. I grew up in the 60s. Free speech was the issue of the day. Younger people played a critical role in the civil rights movement, and they were focused on ending discrimination. And in fact, the achievements that President Harrison noted are all around us. But at the same time, we cannot just belittle those who disagree with us. Unfortunately, free speech and nonpartisanship have been compromised along the way. Now, how do we get back to a place where free speech is not only protected and guaranteed, but can flourish? One simple and important step is to continue to listen and to engage with people of different backgrounds and different opinions. Today, we talk too much and we don't listen enough. We care more about phones and posting information rather than listening to the argument that has been offered in between. So much can be gained from listening, pausing, simply to absorb what somebody else has said. It generates thoughtful discussion, shows you care, expands your horizon, and often leads to new ideas and occasionally even some compromise. Free speech does not just mean your right to say it. Free speech means my right to hear it, and that's another important consideration. This is not going to be easy. This is an uncomfortable time in America, but I must tell you, just because you can shout louder in an argument doesn't mean that you've offered the better argument. The closing of the American mind will not be helpful to a growing and thriving representative democracy. Columnist and Harvard professor Cass Sunstein, who worked for President Obama and President Clinton, put it well recently in a Boston Herald opinion piece. He talked about the energy that goes into protest and encouraged students to think about how their actions in protests will ultimately help people rather than simply looking inward at college life. As complex as issues are today, facts are more important than ever. I challenge you to expand your potential, engage with people of opposing views, and take the time to examine evidence to protect facts and discourage fake news. All of these actions ultimately protect the cornerstone of our democracy, again, the First Amendment. Thank you, President Harrison. Thank you to the University of Hartford community. And to the students today, congratulations from the United States of America.
At this time, we will commence with the awarding of the degrees. Mr. President, I have the honor to call for the presentation of the candidates recommended for graduation by the faculty and the Board of Regents. I now call President Harrison and Interim Provost Schweitzer to come forward.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees, certificates, artist diplomas, and graduate professional diplomas please stand as I present you to the President? There we go. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Science, and 6th-year certificates in the College of Arts and Sciences. The degrees of Master of Business Administration and Master of Science in Accounting and Taxation in the Barney School of Business. The degrees of Master of Education, Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Science in Prosthetics and Orthotics in the College of Education, Nursing, and Health Professions. The degrees of Master of Architecture, Master of Engineering, and Master of Science in the College of Engineering, Technology, and Architecture, and the degrees of Master of Music, Master of Music Education, Artist Diploma, and Graduate Professional Diploma in the Hart School.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University, I confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified and admit you to all the honors, rights, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Earning a master's degree is a significant intellectual achievement. It marks your expertise in and understanding of a scholarly field. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the doctoral degrees please stand as I present you to the President? Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Psychology in the College of Arts and Sciences, the degrees of Doctor of Education and Doctor of Physical Therapy in the College of Education, Nursing and Health Professions, and the degrees of Doctor of Musical Arts and Doctor of Philosophy in Music Education in the Hart School.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University, I confer upon you degrees for which you have qualified and admit you to the honors, rights, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. A doctoral degree is the highest degree this or any other university can bestow. It signifies a major intellectual achievement. It is my deepest pleasure to welcome you to the company of scholars. Congratulations to you all. Now you may be seated.
Mr. President, at this time it is my pleasure to ask for the candidates to be brought forward to be presented to the President, Provost, and Dean to receive their diplomas. Graduates, as your name is announced, please proceed across the stage, shake the hands of the Dean, the Provost, and the President. Then proceed off the stage and return to your seat. Doctoral students, as you cross the stage, please present your hood to the Dean, who, assisted by the Provost, will place the hood over your head. Then please shake the hands of the Dean, the Provost, and the President. Photographs are being taken by a professional photographer. The audience is requested to please remain seated. Will the Chief Marshals please bring the candidates forward?
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, and Dean Platt, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences.
Master of Arts, Brianna Nyhan Allen. Emmanuel James Dillon. Rusdi Abu Gino. Victoria Eloise George. Brittany Dawn Gladden. Courtney Leanne Hess. Amanda Marie Hicks. Danielle T. Kaplan. Aaron E. O'Neill. Michael Anthony O'Neill. Madhvi Mirani Paduka Vedana. Urvi Pradeep Paralkar. Shama Philippe Harris. Pamela Alida Scalise. Jessica Ariel Silverman. Olivia Grace Skowski. Stephanie Lynn Supansky. Anique Natalia Thompson. Natalie Villa Hernandez. Bryce Emily Werner. Master of Science, Delina Marie Andrews. Kulan Batsuri. Haley Bryden. Amanda Caroline Carrasco. Janelle Melissa Kaur. Amanda Nicole Dunlap. Alyssa Rose Dupre. Brittany Ann Easter. Marwa Alaman. Lindsay Elizabeth Fiducia. Nicole Jane Grabowski. Sophia Naldrit Hartigan. Olivia Ada Higgins. Eileen Marie Hurley. Britt Smedley Johnson. Timothy Crosby Lawrence. Megan Lee Lund. Christina A. McMurray. Shannon Mumley. Timothy John Pastica. Ana E. Pena Garcia. Julie Marie Pinciero. Samantha B. Pulley. Stephanie Dawn Ramirez. Henna Ratzak. Sharif Mohammed Ridwan. Alicia Marie Spakowski. Lena Tomasian. Eileen Torres Gonzalez. Rebecca Pauline Wilcox. Julie Ann Wood. Sixth year certificate, Ashley Lynn Anderson. Chelsea Reed Battles. Christopher Gary Brown. Marin Elizabeth Cleary. Melissa Ann Graffam. Curtis Alexander Martell. Shelby N. Reed. Elizabeth Ann Sauer. Kristen Rose Sullivan. Madeline C. Vivian. Mara Kathleen Yellen. Doctor of Psychology. Stephanie K. Benjamin, Racial Clinical Judgment Bias. Wait, sorry. I now call Professor John Meem to come forward.
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, and Dean Black, as Director of the Graduate Institute of Professional Psychology in the College of Arts and Sciences, I have the honor to present to you the doctoral candidates. For the degree of Doctor of Psychology, Stephanie K. Benjamin, dissertation, Racial Clinical Judgment Bias in Antisocial Personality Disorder Diagnosis, chaired by Alice Chang. Alicia LaShawn Little Hodge, dissertation, Perceived Discrimination in Transracial Adoptive Parents, Self-Report of Emotional State, Parenting Stress, and Sense of Competence, chaired by Alice Chang.
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, Dean Law. I have the pleasure to bring forward the candidates for the degree for the Barnard School of Business.
Master of Business Administration, Oyekunbi Adokunle. David Sathan Singh Rajadure Albert. Maria Josephine Angelico. Mark Brian Berry. Dominic Brian Berger. Sarah Catherine Borghese. Siobhan Campbell. Craig Andrew Campbell. Kristen Marie Kaplan-Fusco. Momena Hussein Chowdhury. Todd Allen Clark. Quaya Monet Cook. Nicola Rachel Cunningham. Curtis Wesley DeAnna. Catherine Tina Deacon. Agnieszka Engelke. Samantha Rose Farley. Brandon Thomas Fitzgerald. William Whitney Fitzgerald. Kristen Gorley. Sahela Haidar. Tracy B. Hayes. Megan Masoff Head. Saeed Jawad Hussain. James Francis Kane. Keith Edward Kleindienst. Monica Kwasnick. Teresa Susanna Lasik. Justin Aaron Lagrassi. Jeffrey Paul LePage. Patrick Lairn Lohr. Britt Elise Lynch. Adrian Marin. James Donald Nickel. Teresa Anna Pieri. Caitlin Elise Pryor. Jonas Rasmussen. Arta Rifati. Janine Chanel Richens. Subhayan Roy. Isha Sen. Mallory Elizabeth Shikora. Stephen Shugdenis. Stephanie Shukas. Nicole Tomasic. Danielle Trombley. Jason Edward Trombley. Nestor Vasquez. Justin Michael Walsh. Christian Elliott Washington. Dougal Robert Weir. Leslie Ann White. Master of Science in Accounting and Taxation, Sean Marie Farah. Jason Hirth. Anthony Joseph Lancia, Jr. Shanice Shantae Lundy. Natika Scaife. Allison Avis Smith. Sarah Abigail Stover. Bryant Robert Tobler. Jacqueline May Wisniewski.
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, and Dean Goldenberg, I have the honor to present to you the candidates from the College of Education, Nursing, and Health Professions.
Master of Education, Francis D. Barkin. Sarah Ann Biniaz. Stephanie Nicole Blackburn. Carrie Elizabeth Brady. Justina Paula Selejewski. Yvette Cole. Andrea Lee Daniels. Margaret Rose Henschel. Caitlin Elizabeth Izzy. Kyung Yong Jung. Ada Katarina Kovachikuma. Catherine Denise Lorraine Mace. Jamie Robert Nunes. Marissa Ann Parker. Tina Mae Pepin. Lauren Nicole Ricci. Catherine Ann Savage McLeod. Jerry Lynn Schuster. Megan Elizabeth Shaw. Angela Marie Siguranza. Melissa Snowpeck. Caitlin Wilcox Perry. Master of Science in Nursing. Paula Denise Alexander. Majed Mesfar Al-Harbi. Fahad Musa Al-Huwemo. Mohammed Al-Mutari. Esther K. Akuma. Durette Yvette Black. Anne Marie Burkhardt. Stacy M. Cahill. Rochelle Clay. Kathleen Elizabeth Coyne. Nancy Omasta Crampton. Darlene E. Dion. Marilyn Dunbar Millage. Christina Marie Flynn. Sheila May Garilli. Carolyn Ann Guarino. Seneca Y. Helene. Lori Lucille Hartel. Mary Ann Poole. Lee and Jimmy. Amy Joyce Kraut. Rebecca Karen Lount. Cynthia Joy McCauley. Michelle Ann Marshall. Melissa Catherine Monarca. Credence Cesario Mungillo. Roxana Isabel Murillo. Claudette Noble. Jennifer Martin O'Neill. Catherine Orwa. Jennifer Rebecca Peck. Erin Elizabeth Petrowitz. Heather Lynn Priest. Petra Marie Razor. Ahmad Mohammed Rayani. Kathy Rudsky. Timothy Patrick Ryan. Elaine Marie Scheinblum. Churchill Vincent Singh. Jennifer Lynn Sposito. Brooke Elizabeth Stevens. Diane Swoll. Wendy Lynn Thibodeau. Gordana Maria Thompson. Kathleen Ellen Vies. Mary Viola. Ashley Nicole Wicknick. Kimberly Ann Williams. Kelly A. Zersi. Amy Ziff. Master of Science in Prosthetics and Orthotics. Michael Lee Bear. Tyler Patrick Brisboe. Patrick Ian Brogan. Stephen Robert Daly. Nora Ann Dexter. Anthony Carmen Fazio. Amanda Marie Harris. Emily Mela Heslop. Candy Micho Hill. Kara Alyssa Coopersmith. Sarah Ashley Leonard. Kristen Gail Lindsay. Kent Lee McDowell. Devin Byrne Meacham. Nicholas Mark Shawarko. Lindsay Elise Stromfeld. Heather Jean Taft. Jonathan Raymond Tioli. Karen Lee Tioli. Alicia Lucia Tripoli. Braylon Lee Wenzel. I now call Professor Don Weinholtz to come forward.
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, Dean Goldenberg. As Director of the Educational Leadership Program in the College of Education, Nursing, and Health Professions, it's my great honor to present to you the doctoral candidates. Nyla Amukwishi. Dissertation title, The Strategies Instructors Use to Assess the Effectiveness of Their Online Course Design. Advisor, Diana Larocco. Hello, Amy. Amy J. Boscheman. Dissertation title, Student Experiences with Supports Offered in Educational Opportunity Programs that Lead to Their Persistence in Post-Secondary Education. Advisor, H. Kenny Nienhusser. You did. I've completed my life cycle. William Anthony Boudreau. A qualitative study of college-based peace education programs. Advisor Don Weinholtz. It's been a pleasure. Hello, Dr. Michael Alexander Bosey. Examining the experiences of stress, support, and coping of full-time working professionals completing a part-time MBA. Advisor, Don Weinholz. Tara Monique Cohen. Dissertation title, Using the Strong Interest Inventory to Predict High School Students' Career Academy Selections and Academic Success. Advisor, Don Weinholz. Maya LaPierre Drager. Dissertation title, Barriers to Post-Secondary Education Participation Experienced by Formerly Incarcerated Community College Students. Advisor, Kenny Nienhusser. Well done. Congratulations. Anne Marie Evans. Dissertation, nursing faculty reports of their intention to design instruction to support student learning in community college classrooms. Advisor, Diana Laraco. Welcome back, Sophia. Yun Feng, Chinese immigrants in community college, institutional conditions that promote their academic success. Director, Diana Laraco. Let's see. Was there any hassle this morning? Mia Elizabeth Casey Hawk. Dissertation, Administrator's Reports of Collegiate Veteran Student Services. Advisor, Don Weinholz. Hello, Matt. Matthew Reed Hodgman. Dissertation title, Business Employers' Perceptions of the Quality of For-Profit Higher Education and the Employability of For-Profit Higher Education Baccalaureate Business Graduates. Advisor, Kenny Nienhusser. Well done. So if we offer a postdoc, Alexander Hughes Katz. First year experience courses, are they consistent? Advisor, Don Weinholz. Hello. You're my last one. Joshua Thomas Medeiros. Dissertation title, The Role of a University in Shaping College Students' Nutrition and Physical Activity Behaviors, a Qualitative Case Study. Advisor, Don Weinholz. Well done, Josh. Sarah Allison Scheidel. Senior Student Affairs Officers reports of joint intra-institutional efforts to support college students with mental illness. Advisor Diana LaRocca. Pull it off in one hand. Katie, she means business. Katie Elizabeth Thorner. Dissertation title, Better Mentoring, Better Teaching. Quality Teacher-Mentor Programs at Independent Secondary Private Schools. Advisor, Carla Loya. Hi, Lisa. Hello. Congratulations. Just flew by. Lisa Margaret Wisniewski. Dissertation title, United States College Entry of Immigrant Students of Polish Heritage. Advisor, Karen Case. Congratulations.
I now call Professor Catherine Serto to come forward.
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, and Dean Goldenberg. As Chair and Program Director of Physical Therapy in the College of Education, Nursing, and Health Profession, I have the honor to present to you the doctoral candidates. Research projects Step in Spring, Gait, and Foot Posture, Effects of Flexible Energy Storing Foot Orthosis. Advisor, Dr. Kevin Ball. John Dale Busk. Lauren Roswell Dexter. Wait just a second. Zuzana Kudrnachova. Kevin Timothy Pollan. Jordan John Yulee. Research project, a new test for investigating vestibular and visual contribution to sitting. Advisor, Adam Goodworth. Tate William Cladonis. Jeffrey George Henry Landman. Aisa Maria McGraw. Kimberly Ann Tetrall. Ethan John Warcall. Research, critical review of commonly utilized upper extremity patient report outcome measures. Advisors, Dr. John Laird and Dr. Dawn Roller. Kevin Joseph Crowley. Jonathan Alexander Gill. Channing Tuttle Harwood. Vanessa Ann O'Donnell. Michael Henry Robert Petit. Research project. It's all about the dose, promoting movement using intervention with proven effectiveness for people with neurodevelopmental disabilities. Advisor, Dr. Mary Gennady. Jenna Ray Rousseau. Christina Brienne Serraccio. Taylor Ashton Clark. Timothy Charles Katsoulis. Kimberly A. Eisen. Sarah Elizabeth Hillman. Congratulations. Jason M. Lydell. Research project, targeted training for children with cerebral palsy, advisors Dr. Sandra Saavedra and Danny Bellows. Alyssa Carmen Engler. Molly E. Main. Alice Nagagbu. Research project, collaborative approach to advance prosthetics education among clinicians and patients abroad. Advisor, Dr. Diana Venieri. Megan Teresa Elves. Christopher William Collins. Katharina Marguerite Mazer. Peter Andrew Swoda. Kayla Marie Zadanis. Research project, effect of optimal support on infant behaviors during developmental sitting. Advisor, Dr. Sandra Saavedra. Sarah Marie Barnes. Juan David Duque. Lauren Ashley Parsonage. Shivani S. Shaw.
Master of Architecture, Ahmed Salahuddin Abdelmunim Abdelghani. Suwadi Al-Gorinchnak. Hajar Rad Al-Duri. Fahed Yunus Baker. Daniel Joseph Condon. Laura Ann Crowley. Alyssa Aaron Danielowitz. Jameson Reed Gay. Todd James Jocelyn. Matthew Riley Lawrence. Ryan Michael Miller. Juan G. Pinto Castaneda. Ronald William Wasmer, Jr. Kalkadan Tensei Zerfu. Master of Engineering, Vasantha Adimulam. Marwan Al-Hussein. Divya Sahiti Allah. Haider Fadhil Al-Mamouri. Prudvi Reddy Amaravadi. Lakshmi Ayanki. Sampath Badam. Uday Kishore Chunuru. Jaya Kiran Chitakana. Vara Prasad Chodavarapu. Ashley M. Caravan. Fan Ding. Sandeep Reddy Gayam. Gregory Anthony Travis Giddings. Bhagawan Giri. Juliana Xaviera Jessup. Arun Kumar Reddy Kaluri. Ali Ahmad Kashwars. Siva Sai Sarat Chandra Ketha. Jagadish Reddy Komaradi. Jagadish Chandra Kote Naga. Venkata Vijaya Krishna Makana. Amer Sohel Mohammed. Indrasena Reddy Malapati. Ramesh Kumar Muthyala. Sai Chaitanya Reddy Mutana. Sai Pratik Parachuri. Uma Devi Paturi. Ramon Irving Reynolds. Hamza Fuad Salama. Prithviraz Chakori. Joseph Vikram Reddy Thanugundla. John Urosov. Chandra Sekar Vadila. Vinod Vichuru. Shiyu Zhu. Master of Science, Kimberly Hide Colavito. Philip John Gaudio III.
President Harrison, Provost, Schweitzer, and Dean Cooper, I have the honor to present to you candidates from the Hartford.
Master of Music, Luca Antonucci. Justin James Asher. Adam Michael Buffington. Celine Marie Dutemple. Lisa Marie Gray. Si Wan Kim. Megan Jessica Lathan. Patrick Joseph Leclerc. Calvin John Linderman. Daniel Wesley Lee. Stephen Denver Neal. Jeffrey Timothy Nelson. Dale Osterman. Benjamin James Padden. Evan Donald Roberts. Isaac Reguera Duran. Matthew John Ropa. Andrew Lee Rosen. Nicholas Mark Smolinski. Artist Diploma, Ji Yoon Kim. Maria Michaelenko. Graduate Professional Diploma, Zitao Liu. Veronica Rose O'Brien. Nellie Pauline Rustick. I now call Professor D. Hansen to come forward.
President Harrison, Provost Schweitzer, and Dean Cooper, as Director of Graduate Studies at the Hart School, I have the honor to present to you the doctoral candidates. For the Doctor of Musical Arts, Luciana Lourenço Arraes, Darius Mio in Brazil. The violin works as a cultural portrait. Agustin Muriago. Dissertation, Re-envisioning the Piano Recital, an audio-visual alternative. Advisor, Kenneth Knott. Robin Ann Sisk. Dissertation, 3 21st century tuba concertos for British-style brass band. Performance consideration for the solo tubist. Advisor, Kenneth Knott. And for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Jacqueline Creighton Smith. Dissertation, Voices from the Other Side, the status of music therapists working with children with autism spectrum disorders in school settings, implications for music educators. Advisor, Joshua Russell.
So, let's have a big hand for all of these graduates. Very well deserved. Congratulations to you all. And now to welcome you to the ranks of our alumni, I call Carolyn Riebling Bly, President of the Alumni Association, to come forward. Carolyn.
Thank you, President Harrison. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carolyn Bly, and I'm a University of Hartford graduate and your Alumni Association President. I am truly honored to be here today at your commencement. I was in your shoes, believe it or not, 30 years ago today as an undergraduate, technically. It was one of the most happiest and memorable times of my life, and I'm sure it will be for you and your families today, too. On behalf of my colleagues on the Alumni Board and the thousands of alumni across the country and around the world, we welcome you into the ranks of the University of Hartford Alumni Association. You now have access to all the benefits membership brings you. Please think of the Alumni Association as the family you'll always have. And like family, we want to see and hear from you often. Social media, email, phone, and visiting campus and attending alumni and university events will make us very happy, and you will always be welcomed home. We look forward to having you represent the university in the world. There is no doubt you will continue to make us proud. Your new degrees will take you down many paths, but they will always guide you back to your alma mater. We are UHeart connected, now and forever. Welcome to the University of Hartford Alumni Association. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Today is not the end, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of fruitful careers, great lives, and the opportunity to change this world and make it better. As Representative Neal said in his speech, we need to seek the truth, and to do that, we need to listen to opposing positions. The world is a complex place, but I know that you have the ability to change it and make it better. One last round of applause for all of those people receiving degrees today. Thank you.
Following this ceremony, please join us at the Gengris Student Union Cafeteria for a reception to honor the graduates and their guests. Now, please rise and remain standing until the stage party, faculty, and graduates have recessed.